Is is this something the council is worried about? I didn't realise you had such an interest in hinges. Oh, it's not my interest in particular. Paul would like to institute a yearly check of all homes in Tassing. What do you think of the idea, Jog? It seems a bit nosy to me. Why don't you let folks take care of themselves? What do you think of the idea, Jog? Well, it's not a bad thing, but I don't see why we need to make it official. Everyone in Tassing helps each other. As I see it, if someone notices a house in disrepair, we all pitch in to fix it. To do anything else would be unchristian. But if Paul wants to see it through, I'm happy to go along with it. Makes me feel useful, you know? Speaking of, I'd better get back to work. Nice to chat with you, Magda. See you later, Jog. I like Jog. Who have we got here? Veronica. Clara's still kicking about. Hello, Magdala dear. How are you? How's Klaus? It's hard to know for certain. One day he seems well, and the next I hardly understand a word he says. Neither of us are doing well. I'm having trouble coping with the stress. Dad's been hard to understand recently. First one. Oh, Magdalene. I keep praying for you both. The both of you deserve the best. Life's been hard enough for you already. Please let me know if there's anything, if you need any help around the house. I'd be happy to help. Oh, thank you, Clara. You're very kind of you. I've been busy in the rat house. I'll let the house go a bit. I've never heard someone so excited to do housework before. I've been so busy, yeah. Not to worry, I'll come by and help. Besides, and we can chat. And chatter makes chores pass quickly. All my children up and grown and no husband to care for anymore. I've got to make myself useful somehow. Big Jog is still in the house though, isn't he? Why bother? You could spend your days relaxing instead of doing chores. Aren't you enjoying it? I heard that Peter was, well, crazy. Big Jog is still in the house though, isn't he? Oh yes, but he's a grown man with children of his own. He and Veronica are capable of caring for their own household now. Eva is taking care of Ots, and Ursula and Fabian have their own life together. They don't need me anymore. But isn't that a good thing? You sound sad. But isn't that a good thing? Heavens, yes. I thank God that my children are all grown and prospering. After so many years of tending to them and maintaining a home, I don't know what else to do. I understand. I wouldn't know what to do if I couldn't keep working on the printing press. You could always find something new to do. Keep busy by helping Gret in the bakery or something. God gave us a Sabbath to rest, you know. You could buy the workshop. I have some books you might like. I don't think she can read. Printing press. You're a driven one, Magdalene. The Lord has given you a gift. Never let anyone take that from you, even though you're young. You'll make a good life for yourself that way. I won't, I promise. Good. Anyway, I'll come by later, alright? I'll see you then, Clara. God bless you, Magdalene. Thanks, Clara. Hello, Magdalene. How's the mural going? I hope my husband hasn't been bothering you about it too much. Is that a concern? No, the council left me to work for the most part. I think Oates has something to do with that. Has he said anything to you about it? Oates. That boy has his eye on you, Magda. At least he's using his authority to do some good. Usually that lot just meddle around in things that are best left alone. Those men are bad influences on each other, if you ask me. Now they're chatting about a yearly check on hinges on every door in town. Hinges? Who gives a damn if they're hinges? On our front door creak. They're just trying to, I know which one we're going for. They're just trying to keep the town order. The council are just old men keep trying to looking to feel important. To be fair, if the hinges creak, the door's integrity is at stake. Yes, well, I don't need to check every door in my house every year like it's for feast day. There's a creaky hinge, I'll hear it. Anyway, I think it's good of you to be working on the mural. I wish Artemis and Apollo would take interest in something like that. Speaking of, have you seen them around anywhere? I asked them to look after the chickens, but they've disappeared. And the chickens. I haven't seen them recently, but they like to mess around the forest. Ah, I missed that bit. I pressed the button by mistake. Oh, this town isn't that big. I don't know where they get to when I can't find them. Father Thomas says they're only so much trouble because I named them after the Greek gods. He says those names have power, but I still like them. Besides, Apollo and Artemis are gods of virtues. If anything, they should be more well-behaved. Names do have power, though. Maybe the spirits of the gods are affecting the twins. I don't think anything will stop the twins from going their own way in life. I don't think anything will stop the twins. You're right. Father Thomas spends too much time in his books. Anyway, I better go find those rascals. Good luck on the mural, Magdalene. Thanks, Veronica. Until later. We've got the book. We've spoken to Il Peter. Are they married? God bless you, Magdalene. Oh, we get something from Matilda. God bless you, Magdalene. Hello, Matilda. Hello, Václav. How are you two? Very well. The Lord has blessed us more than we deserve. How are you, Magdalene? I was worried with you keeping the house and the workshop all on your own. Let me bring by some soup for you and your father. You're very kind, Matilda, thank you. Dad would love that. I've hardly had a moment to cook oatmeal. I wouldn't want to impose. Very kind. They're Christian, aren't they? So, not at all, Magdalene. This is how Václav and I serve Tassing. Our vocation may have changed, but our gratitude to God and the town has not. You've always been so dedicated to this town. It's hard to imagine you to ever lived in the Abbey. Ha! Sometimes these days feel like another lifetime. A harder time, to be sure. Life was pretty hard, though. I thought the Abbey was better off than the town in those days. Were the Benedictines anything like the Poiclars? I thought the Abbey was better off in the town. So we were told, but in private I believe Father Gunno struggled to provide for a scriptorum and a double monastery. However, seeing both the town and Curacao struggle was only a part of what made the time hard. A nun's life can be a challenging one, but I never had to deal with the difficulties you do now, Magdalene. What about your old life was difficult for you? I struggled with my vows, my discipline. I couldn't live as my sisters did. I broke my vows, as did Václav. You fell in love. We did. Well, I seduced her. You certainly did not. Are you telling young Magda yeah, that you seduced me then? Václav, please. So you left the Abbey. Though no one learned of what we did, the matter ate at my heart. That and being falsely accused of murdering that old Baron terrified you, and rightly so. We all must account for our sins, Magdalene. I was afraid I would account for mine sooner than I thought. Those were the hardest years of my life. I repented and prayed to God to absolve me. But the Lord always provides, even in the darkest days. The Abbey's destruction gave us a second chance. I can't imagine that the townsfolk were too happy to let you stay. It must have been strange to leave that life after so long. Incredibly difficult. It must have been strange to leave that life after so long. Well, I admit it has been strange not being able to enter the convent. I miss the sisters terribly some days, but truthfully, it's been a relief not to be constrained by my vows. The Lord forgives more readily than any man, Magdalene. Never think that you must remain in a place that causes you to sin, even if others think it godly. I'm glad you two were finally able to live life together. You both deserve it. I never realised you two went through so much together. The revolt covered up many sins, yes, including many of our own, but only by the grace of God are we in this life together. Might it be many more years before we part, God willing. Anyway, Magdalene, I'll send the soup over to you shortly. God bless you both. God bless you, Magda. God bless. Right, I need to know more about Edris and his love. Hello, Mistress Druckian. How's Klaus? Edris and I have been terribly worried. Dad's spirits are high, but he still gets headaches and spells of dizziness. If there's anything we can help you with, let us know. Edris is always ready to provide. He and Klaus have been friends for a long time. Thanks to you both. We're certainly grateful. If you don't mind, you weren't born in Tassing, am I right? It's the least we can do. My sweetie rather admires Klaus. If you don't mind, you weren't born in Tassing, am I right? No, I'm originally from Innisbrook. How did you arrive here? The twists of Providence are sudden and unpredictable. But I was a young girl selling all manner of wares in the market, pots and the like. One day this man appears at the stall all jitters and nerves, stammering over his words, but charming in a way. We spoke at length. I was intrigued, and soon enamoured, as if a candle had been lit. Edris is a man of talent and means, after all, blessed with a kind soul. How did it feel to leave home for someone somewhere far away, uprooting yourself from the life you had? Do you have any regrets? How did it feel to leave your home? I think this is where this story's heading. Frightening, to be sure, leaving Innisbrook, my friends and family behind. But it was exciting as well, going off to find new opportunities and build a new life. There isn't much I had to look forward to in Innisbrook, few prospects for a poor girl. I couldn't see myself sitting at the market, continuing to sell odds and ends. Sometimes there are risks we just have to take. Absolutely. It's very inspiring, Resi. I'm glad you found happiness. I'm still unsure. I'm glad you found happiness. We all struggle in this world, but moments of joy outweigh the bad. It's how God has set the world, His benevolence guiding us through it all. I feel I've been blessed. It's not been all bad for Idris either. I assist him with the bookkeeping side of the smithy, and other things. Thank you for telling me about your past. I hope I've also made the right choices so far. Thank you for telling me about your past. It's nothing, Magdalene. I hope it's provided you with some encouragement. Don't forget you are important as well, and deserve to live your life. All right. I have to assist Edris for a few things. Be well, Magdalene. Until later. Therese? I see. Teresa. Okay, interesting. Idris. Hello, Magdalene. How is Klaus? Ressi and I are very worried. Alive. That's what, we're not going to bullshit Idris. May God look after you both. We had enough tragedy in this town. Has Gertrude been by to see him? I trust her over that doctor. He's not reliable. I've noticed. He's the most bitter man I've ever met. He's all Dad and I have. I don't know what to do, Idris. Oh, Magdalene, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't gossip. If there's anything Ressi and I can do for you, let us know. I will. Thank you for your kindness, Idris. It's nothing. I owe your father more than I can say. Take care, Magdalene. I can smell the anise. We've done that one. We've done that one. So we've got the bakery, Steinauer house, craft, and then home. Who were we trying to talk to? Wrong button. Talk to a Peter. Oh, Smokey. Smokey and Blacktail. Blacktail will be in the field. Craft. Hey, Magdalene. Bakery. See what happened after Ulrich's death? Magdalene, darling. Good morning, Gret. It smells heavenly in here. I've just finished rolling out some raisin bread. I thought that Andreas and Ulrich could use a treat today, so she's called one of her sons Andreas. Was there something there that we didn't see? Oh, what a sweet idea. Any special occasion? Aren't you worried you'll spoil them? Oh, what a sweet idea. I had some spare today. I like to stay busy. The soul of the diligent shall be made rich after all. Besides, I like to drop in on Anna and see my grandchildren. The daughter. So it's Anna has named her sons Ulrich after Grandad, or after Dad, and has Anna? No. I'm trying to work out why the son is named Andreas. But I think we've just found out why. I was going to say, did Casper come back and marry Anna? But no, she's married to Paul. I'm more blessed than I ever imagined I would be. Anna and Paul make such a lovely pair. Ulrich wouldn't have believed his eyes if he saw us now. I wish he could see his grandchildren. I'm sure he's rejoicing with all the saints in heaven, Gret. I always think it's strange that your daughter married the son of a man who killed your husband. Oh! I'm sorry that his sacrifice was what was needed to bring your families together. I'm sorry that his sacrifice was what needed to bring your families together. As am I, Magda. You know, I was angry for Anna first took a liking to young Paul. He was always a quiet boy, and I was afraid he'd turn out like his father. Well, I needn't have worried. Paul is a good man, and a good father. He's built this town back up from what it was. It's good to see Elsie as social now, too. She's come out of her shell. Sorry, yeah, it is Elsie. Yeah, she's been asking me for recommendations for the ladies' reading circle. Wasn't sure it was social, though. Well, I think not having to live with Lenhart helps. She didn't know Lenhart, so let's not go down that route. She keeps asking for recommendations. Wonderful. You are the one to ask for such a list. I would join her group myself, but I'm too busy with baking by myself. And I don't mind that. It keeps me busy, and I get to see everyone in town when I deliver to them. I've been chatting too long. My toes need tending. Please excuse me, Magdalene. Of course, great. Until later. Anybody else in here? No, she lives alone. I live alone, don't you? Cal, why have you got a spoon in your hat? Good day, Mistress Druckian. Balthazar. Let's have a chat with Balthazar then. Magdalene! Yes? Cinnamon just arrived for the beer. Isn't that a spice? You're making beer? Well, yes. Copper pots, you helped me pipe are part of the process. Oh, I thought it was something more serious. Magdalene, making beer is quite serious. Anyway, it's for the Christmas celebration. Already? We're barely into November. The wheel of time stops for no man. But it's going to be wonderful. Cinnamon, coffee from Ethiopia, cacao from the New World. Jesu Christu Chasadanarad fast to. Don't know what that means, but the first bit is Jesus Christ. Yes! Jesus Christ. He who has money can do anything. A problem? Of course not. It is your money. He speaks French. I don't think he is French, but he speaks French, right? Anyway, I'm quite excited about it. Clearly. Such alchemy. It's not normally my strong suit. But for all of Nazu's... Nazu. We'll call him Nazu's complaints. About the cost, the base rye we're using is free. Really? Yes. The farmers have so much rye this year that they couldn't use it all. Correct. Made as much bread as she could, but she wound up having to throw a lot out. So why not make beer? Yes, why not? Or is she the best not? Not vaguely. Yes, why not? Thank you. Oh, was that it? Gnu? Ciao, Magdalene. We need black till. They don't look very comfy beds. That's probably part of the morgue, right? If he's the doctor. We want Smokey. The Muller house. Oh, okay. What does Paul have to say? Good morning, Magdalene. How's the mural coming along? Well, I think I'm off to start the first part of the mural today. I'm painting the founding of Tassing and the Romans. Well, if you won't want for any models, Tassing is littered with Roman ruins. That's almost a nuisance. I trust you'll take the council's opinions on the matter into account. Of course, Paul. The mural is for the entire town, not for me and my father. I'll listen to you, but ultimately the decision on what paint lies with me. You can't decide what should be on the murals for months. I'll stick to my own decision next. Respectfully, Paul, no one else in town can do the project better than me. Won't you leave the details to me? We'll humour him. That's reassuring to hear, Magdalene. Your father is a stubborn man when he wants to be. Age has made him strong-minded. Perhaps you are better suited to this project than he is. All I ask is you keep the Lord in mind. The mural is for Tassing, but we have others to appease as well. I understand. I'll consider the Lord, don't worry. Thank you, Magdalene. Anyway, I'm glad the mural is coming along. Forgive my sudden questioning about it. I've been so busy preparing for the council's next meeting, I haven't had as much time with Anna as usual. She says I get a bit frantic when I'm overwhelmed. Is the council working on something new? I don't think the council was all that serious for a small town. Maybe we should take some time off the council, Paul. Maybe we should take some time off the council, Paul. And let Jorg, Warner and Baltus run the town on their own. Christ, can you imagine? We'd beat each other's throats within a day. It took us 3 weeks to agree to institute yearly maintenance checks on every home in Tassing. The ideas were quite more pushback than we had anticipated. New ideas always face some kind of opposition. I don't think you should let that stop you. I can understand the unity of the proposition, but it might feel like a nuisance. I can't imagine why. I certainly love to my neighbours nosing and I can't imagine why. I'd certainly love it if my neighbours nosed their way into my house every year. It's a matter of safety, Magdalene. The old widow's house was practically falling apart before she died. This would help protect those in Tassing who don't have the skill to fix them themselves. Widows like Agnes or Gret. In any case, the matter is far from resolved. I imagine spring will come before anything is actually done. I'd better go back to work. Thank you for letting me interrupt your day, Magdalene. God bless you. Oh, he seems quite nice, does Paul? Until later, Paul. Andreas. Magdalene. Hey, Sube. I'm guessing that Sube is a girl's name for a dog. Good girl. It might not be, actually. It sounds feminine, but I don't know. I don't know the masculine and feminine of the German language. Can I go to the ruins? I can't go to the ruins. Huh. Apollo. Hey, Magdalene. Hello, Apollo. What are you doing? Looking for frogs, Artemis says. She saw one the other day, and we're trying to collect a bunch. What do you need frogs for? I can tell you, you snitch. I won't. If you don't tell me, maybe I will snitch. Your mother won't be happy to hear about whatever you're up to. Artemis always says Mum doesn't care. Mum yells. But that's about it. Sorry, Mike, then I can't risk this one. Try asking Artemis. Artemis. The Great Frog Plague of 1543. What? Alright, then we need to speak to Artemis. Smokey. Vaxlow. He was here at the time in Act 1. Hello, is there something I can do for you? Knives need sharpening. He's gone mad in his old age. I'm Magdalene Druckian. Are you a friend of Smokey's? I'd like to think so. I'm Vaxlow. I'm a tinker. I travel around and help people out with sharpening knives. Little things like that. Druckian, are you the printer's daughter? I am. My father is a printer. I'm the printer. My father and I are both printers. Do you sample the wares much? Yes, I read books as often as I can. Yes, I read books. Vaxlav, don't. You're gonna get in trouble again. In trouble? From me? Not from you, Mrs. Druckerman. This one can't help but talk to people about all the strange things he believes. He reads all sorts of books, tells odd folks, talks to odd folks, gets ideas brewing in his head. Now that's not bother old Smoking on. Bothers some other people a whole lot. Who? Doesn't bother me any. Sounds like their problem, not his. Sounds like their problem, not his. Exactly. Sounds like there's nothing to worry about. Fine, you run out of here again, don't blame me. Again? Do I want to know what happened? A long time ago, I got into an argument with some people in the town. They told Father Thomas. To his credit, he told them to let it go, but somehow an inquisitor found out. Anyway, I had to leave for a while. So, books? Strange ideas? Yes, the host. The Eucharist. The bread and wine, body of Christ. Oh, the communion. Right, okay.